You are listening to KCAA Radio, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM in the IE, or anywhere in the world at kcaaradio.com. This is Highlight One Radio. I am your host, DJ71. And be sure to check out the new KCAA Radio app, which is now out. It's on the App Store, the Google Play Store. Go download it, listen to your favorite shows, find the podcasts, enjoy them. You're listening to Highlight One Radio, which I just said. Tonight we have a great guest. He's a good friend of mine, good friend of the show, great DJ. He's based out of the Inland Empire in Southern California. He is a business owner, composer, and DJ, and I'm happy to have him on the show. Please welcome Solar Muffin, aka Chad.
Hey Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
I'm having a great night. It's a little chilly up here.
It is. I know. I need to fix the heater.
That's all right. When you park your studio in the middle of Alaska, you just have to... That's all right. The dog stopped barking about 5 minutes ago. I think we're going to be just fine.
Absolutely. So, what have you been up to lately? It's been a while since you've been on the show, maybe 2 months? Or
just putting together anything I can, anytime I can actually play, putting this up. Well, let's see. I got to play a great gig with yourself, as well as a couple other great DJs just recently
up
here. And really just gearing up for summer and putting together. I've got a little bit of a mix that I'm trying to put together, possibly a collab of a special custom song. Can't tell you anything about it right now, but it relates a little bit to the name that I'm using as a DJ this evening.
Origin story.
Muffin. A little bit of an origin story. So trying to get that together. And outside of that, I've been skiing. I've been enjoying the snow and just having a blast. Love it.
We got a lot of snow, especially up a little bit higher than where the studio is. There's like about 5 feet of snow right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ridiculous.
You can see it. We were just coming up the mountain this morning. We looked up. I couldn't believe how low the elevation. It looked like it was just almost down to like Yamava. It was like all the way at that. And look, it wasn't, I know, but my goodness, so much snow.
Yeah, it's crazy. So shout out to all the people who stuck out the storm.
Yeah.
Didn't get a tree in their house or flooded. And shout out to all the people who did. We're hoping you can fix that soon. So
we actually had a leak come through the pipe jack. I think what happened is he lost the cover on the pipe jack over our heater. And when the winds just kicked up and the rain was coming down, our heater shut off. We couldn't figure out what was going on. And what ultimately we discovered is that the water was dripping through the pipe jack where it goes through the roof of the house into the heater system, put out the pilot light and shorted one of the wires.
Oh.
So my wife and I went down there. We had the work light. We're trying to figure this out. It's 10 o'clock at night and we're freezing.
Oh,
so we get down there. We wrap a few towels around the pipe jack. It wasn't too hot. I was making sure it was safe. And then I had to put like a little space heater on the heater itself to dry everything out for about an hour. And then once we got everything moving, it fired up and it's been working ever since. So I hope it was a fluke. I think it was a fluke, but I'll tell you what, God bless to those people out there who made it work. And this was we got a lot of water in a very short amount of time. And I know we're talking about the weather and it really has nothing to do with anything, but these are the days I like to be inside in the studio, working on mixes and coming up with new sounds and new songs. So.
And this has been your Highlight One weekly weather update. Now, for those who didn't hear the last show, tell us a little bit about your background, what you do, where you're from, your favorite color, I don't know. Tell us a little bit of everything.
Raised here in the Lake Arrowhead area and always been around music ever since I started helping my brother schlep his records at the local high school, Rim of the World dances, and then getting cassette tapes. Ultimately, when I got to Rim, I had upgraded a few CDs, so between vinyl, cassette tapes, and CDs. And
there's a newfangled CD.
Yeah,
things.
It was Radio Shack 2-channel mixer.
Realistic?
It was realistic, yeah. It was realistic, and then we would go rent the really big speakers that we put up on stage and pull everything in the house and plug it all in. So I got educated at a pretty young age, but I was playing piano as early as 7. So my mom had me in music quite early. And I've been doing everything that I can musically ever since. I did make my way through college and pick up my MBA at University of Redlands. Go Bulldogs. And also was able to score. We were talking a little bit earlier, a couple of films.
You scored a lot in college?
Musically, yes. But I was able to score a couple films and now do a lot of open format wedding DJ work, and primarily working weddings up here on the mountain. The ones that you don't take, I guess I generally get those.
Yeah. So a little backstory. Chad and I here, Solar Muffin here, and I are we're local. We're both local DJs. So when I first heard about him, when I first started, he could have crushed me. He could have just, you know, he could have been like, I don't want to hire that guy. Instead, he hired me to fill in for weddings that, you know, he was already booked for. So he was able to double book, you know. So I worked under Arrowhead DJ for a little while, and he was letting me keep my own business at the same time. He didn't try and buy me out, so I have a lot of respect to this guy. He's a very friendly competitor and a very good friend. So
you have to be a friendly competitor. You have to. I tell you,
it's important.
And there is enough work for everybody out there. And you know, we're not the same age. We appeal to different people. Our styles of music can vary, and I think that's, you know, it doesn't matter whether you're doing a wedding, a party, or on stage with a bunch of other DJs doing their own formats. I mean, just stay true to yourself and just, you know, believe the work's there. And I always like to say God provides, not just for the birds, but for the DJs too.
Yeah, and another good note is, you know, if you tick off on your competitors by, you know, bad mouthing them or saying, "Oh, don't hire that guy," you know, what ends up happening is then they start doing the same thing to you. And you don't want to get in that kind of back and forth, you know, or, you know, whispering under the radar about each other. You just want to be friends with your competitors, even the ones, you know, if you don't think they're good, you don't have to necessarily recommend them, but you can just be friends with them. And so I do recommend you quite often, though. Don't worry.
Same. It goes two ways.
I realize I could have come off wrong.
I think it has. I think you have to, and it doesn't matter what business you're in. I think that we as society could probably
photography, donut shops, everything.
Everything. Whether you're a restaurant, you could be 3 Mexican restaurant owners, and I'll bet every one of you has the bomb recipe for something special at your place. And you know, you have to be able to respect each other for what they do. And if you don't like them, you don't say you don't like them. You just say, you know, I really haven't tried them. Or, you know, I haven't really given them a shot yet.
Exactly.
But, it's just, you know, you got to be cool these days. You have to.
If you burn a bridge, you can never walk on it again.
Thank you. Well said. Well put.
Or it takes a very long time to rebuild it. So, that being said, I'm going to change the subject a little bit here, but what are some artists and music? What's some music you're into right now, in this moment, or in this?
You're kidding! Like right now, I tell you, I've been falling in love with curated playlists that I've been discovering on Spotify of 80s remixes.
80s remixes. That sounds fun. Is that a little foreshadowing now?
A little bit of foreshadowing, and it's not intentionally. It's just what I've been playing for the last week or so in the car, and finding some real bangers, and then finding like what they used to call night mixes back in the 80s. You know, people would do like the 45s. You'd have the OG track, and then maybe like a different version. The backside would be the full 13 to 15 minutes, often, of what they called a night mix, which, you know, it makes sense. It was ultimately into a remix of what happened. So I've got a couple of those I've worked in. Others are just the OGs, and then a few surprises that I've hopefully no surprises to me. I haven't figured out what they are yet, so
awesome.
It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a good time, and I hope if you're in the room with your mom, your dad, or, you know, your grandparents, tell them, hey, he's gonna be playing 80s. I think you guys are gonna like this mix. I think it'll be fun, and yeah, that's what I'm shooting for.
All right, and what are 3 things you've learned about the DJ industry in the past 5 years?
3 things I've learned in the past 5 years about the DJ.
I should change it to 3 so it would sound a little more flowy, but I'm gonna go with 5.
Yeah, well, I mean, since the apocalypse, yeah, that would put me in the last.
We don't say that word.
Since for the last 3 years, I think one of the big things I found is, as you can never stop perfecting your craft ever. Don't stop learning. Whether it's just watch a YouTube video a day from somebody you respect, you appreciate. I've got a few that I follow, everybody from Laid Back Luke to DJ Carlos, and shout out to DJ Rachel on the East Coast. She's phenomenal, and there's people out there that I absolutely respect. I follow their gig logs. I follow any. Carlos always got ideas out there of how to interject mixes. Taught me a lot about looping. Amazing stuff that I've learned. The other thing I've learned is, as you continue to get better, don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. I know it's very difficult to say, to tell somebody what you cost. I can't tell you how many times I've sent my information out, especially for like a big weekend, like the middle of September, for an event, and I say, this is what I'm going to charge, and then I just get ghosted, and we all just say,
and you get booked.
Rest in peace to all those clients who ghosted us after we told them our prices. via
Yeah.
text. Oh, and the other thing I learned, which is probably, I think it would be for any business, if you are going after new clients and they communicate with you a certain way, whether it be a phone call, a text, an email, that's the way you should communicate with them in the beginning. That's something I've learned and I've really taken to heart, is that, if they text me, I'm going to text them back. If they called me, I'm going to call them back. If they emailed me, I'll email them back, because I assume that's probably their preferred way of communication. I think that's...
Oh, that's a smart one. I never thought of that, but that's a good point. If someone, I tend to do that too, but if someone emails you and then you text them, but then it's like, well, they probably emailed you for a reason. That's a good one.
When I actually do book the
that,
client, I'll kind of like just do an all blast. Like, hey, here goes your text to both, the clients, if it could be a couple, and say, by the way, I just want to let you know some information showed up in your email. If you haven't seen it, go check your spam. When you get it, do me a favor, hit reply, and just let me know you got the email, and we kind of go from there.
Yeah.
So it was a little trade secret for you.
Yeah, I'll keep that in my back
Communicate
pocket.
with your clients the way they communicate with you, and I think you'll get better results that way.
Now we're gonna get into the mix in a couple minutes here. We got a little preview earlier, but tell us a little bit about your mixing style, what you like to do when you mix.
Very free form. I try to feel the music. I try to feel the beats. I try to, certainly if I'm playing songs I'm not as familiar with, I take a few more risks when it comes to playing the music. So using some tools to allow me to maybe get into something that I feel is going to be a great song to go into. And then coming up, certainly, but I do probably use the high pass filter a little too much. I probably use delay a little too much. So
those are my favorites.
No, they're my favorite, and I think that they work to make smooth
pass,
transmission. So I'm trying to do like more like Brigadier. So, but yeah, my style is just try to keep it, but at the same time keep it moving, and throw some peaks and valleys of energy out there, and kind of just we're just floating in some waves, having a good time.
Okay, and for those just tuning in, you're listening to Highlight One Radio on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM in the IE, or anywhere in the world at kcaaradio.com, or check us out on the app, KCAA Radio on the App Store or Google Play. Now, without further ado, I think we're going to get into the mix.
Cool.
So, let's do this.
I'm going to set this down.
You're about to listen to Solar Muffin. KCAA Radio, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM.
It's my own remorse. Help me to decide. Help me make the most of freedom and of pleasure. Nothing ever lasts forever. Everybody wants to rule the world. Say that you'll never, 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 never need it. What if I believe it? Everybody wants to rule listen to words are meant to bend. Bigger, better, stolen from Japan, collected from around the world. Catch you if they can. Yeah.
That was Solar Muffin here on KCAA Radio, 1050 AM, 106.5 FM in the IE, or anywhere at kcaaradio.com. That was a great set, my dude.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it. I wasn't just.
That was a
80s.
lot of fun.
It was yeah. Hope we brought
You
some
had some
smiles.
modern remixes in there. You had a lot of good throwbacks. I dug it.
There was
Mixing
I think I
80s
even dropped a Tiesto in there that was
Oh, did
just
you?
recently came out. Everybody Wants to Rule the World. He just
Oh,
tagged it about a year ago, maybe a little less than a year, something like that.
Yeah, that was a good
I say
remix.
just. It was like a year ago. Remember when just used to be last week?
It's all relative, right?
No.
So for those who aren't DJs out there, mixing 80s music is way harder than it seems. Because a lot of them have real drummers, or they have like old school drum machines that aren't quantized. So it's not like exactly at 122 BPM. It would be like 122 at one point, and then it's at 123.5 like halfway through the song. It goes back. So I was blown away. That was impressive. And
I think we got the beat. Romantics and Whip It all need a little mashup. I need to go home and do some work in the studio. I think they're all right there. It's like they're all almost
Yeah.
the same key. Like something could be done. I could go play with that. Maybe I'll come back to the next show I come in and I'll have a remix for you.
oh, that would be rad.
That'd
Let
be
us
fun.
know when the remix is ready. So where can the people find you?
Right now? Oh, well, you can search at Solar Muffin on Insta. No, I don't have an Instagram page yet. I guess.
This is a new alias that he started.
Yeah,
recently.
I haven't really forwarded anything, but if you want to just follow me on Facebook right now at Arrowhead DJ and Events, or at Arrowhead DJ on Instagram, and feel free to DM me if you have any questions or special requests. If you wanted to play a mix, I've had a friend of mine who just recently broke her shoulder, and she was just dying to get like an old Soul Train throwback 70s
Ooh.
mix, and I think that'd be a lot of fun to put
Custom
together.
mixes. That's a
So
good idea.
yeah, maybe throw something out if you want to hear something that you haven't heard on a radio station in a long time and you want us to put together for you.
And if you're
Or want me to put together. Or want
if you're
him to put
booking a
together.
wedding, feel free to call Chad or me.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
got each other's backs. We're both into the trade and we enjoy it. And don't hesitate to call Chad. He's a great DJ as well.
Thanks, Frank.
He didn't do himself his own plug, so I did it for him. We got about 2 minutes left here. Where can we catch you sometime soon? I heard you have a little show coming up in April,
I
maybe?
think there's we're actually putting together kind of a desert music festival.
Okay.
And it's going to be just outside of the town of Lancaster. It will be April 26th and 27th. If you follow me on Facebook or on Instagram, I'm sure I'll be pitching some stuff out there. If you want to try to follow some more information, hopefully getting a set, maybe two. It's a 2-day music festival, a little smaller, a little more grassroots type production than you'd find in Las Vegas or something. So it should be fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Now, you've been listening to Highlight One Radio here on KCAA Radio. If no one has told, to quote my good friend Father John Reed, my dear friend, if no one's told you this week that they love you, let me be the first. And have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.